Sometimes, whether it's motherhood, life, or in this case, healing, itself feel heavier than words can explain. In this video, I just want to be real with you, raw, vulnerable, and honest. This isn't about having it all figured out, but about sharing the parts of my journey that remind us we're not alone in our struggles. She's pooped. Sheesh. I was gonna apologize for starting the video this way, and that's just coming out of my brain. I don't really feel like I need to apologize. In other words, so maybe this will help filter those of you guys that aren't really interested in these kind of vlogs. Then now is your chance to get out. I mean, it's been also a minute since I've been talking about my therapy sessions, and that'll tie in. So lately my stop. Ya te dejé ladrar. I'm taking two different types of sessions. One is couples and the other one is for me, and lately I've been feeling like it's been couples related. But I'm still doing my own individual sessions, obviously healing and growing within. So lately it's been couples, but there's been like a sprinkle of like me wanting to like just focus my individual sessions on just myself to heal. And recently I shared that I wrote a letter to my younger self. I wrote a letter to my younger self that acknowledging, I guess, the dark side. Sorry. And these, I feel like I made up my mind. I am not gonna edit these. They're gonna be very little edited. Whatever fucking happens and however long it fucking takes, that's what's gonna be uploaded. Just an FYI. Oh yeah, so acknowledging her dark side. And because I felt like I felt numb. Like I wanted to see her, to feel her more than anything, feel her. And it's just really hard, and that does come from, and my friend kind of made me like, she brought that up, I guess, and it just made me think, talking about like similar healing and the phases, and one of the things that she mentioned is forgiving yourself, and I felt like I wanted to see her, but like it's the dark side that has made it really hard to forgive her, and I just brush it off, like hide it, like it's not, dismiss it, and that's funny. It's no wonder why I'm attracting dismissal from others in a way. Like, it's just so funny how everything is literally like correlating and it's just relating one another. I just finished reading My Dog is My Mirror, and it literally says that, or explains that, in other words, because it's hurt me because him being treated a certain way kind of like hurts. I don't know if you guys, if any of you viewers have children, but I heard my sister say this once before I had my own, but I remember her saying, like, just, I forgot who was, I think it was my partner playing with my nephew, or our nephew, when he was younger. And she just described how warming she feels when they love on him, when they are present with him, and when they interact. Like, that wasn't their case, but just, you know, thinking of someone that you personally don't get along with, but you see them loving your child, it's just like, that's how you win me, you know? Like, that's just so heartwarming, and it's just like, yes, you know? Um, so that's how I feel with him. Because he's my son. Like, yeah, my pets are like my children, like literally to the core. So if I see he's not being accepted, or he's being mistreated, or being unfair, or maybe it is fair but it's like harsh, like, I'm gonna feel that, and I'm gonna feel a part of me is not wanting to be accepted because they don't accept him, and it hurts. So that just, you know, ties in to everything. But back to writing this letter to myself, I felt like I've dismissed it for so many years, um that I feel numb now, that I want to find her, now that I want to feel her, empathize with my younger self. It's hard, and it's almost like I'm seeing things very differently. There's a family friend with two kids, and one of them is around the age of when certain things happened in my life. And being able to, like, obviously that little girl's not me. Kind of like an out of body experience in a way, like just being able to see what things are important, or what are the interests in that age. And that's like giving me like an out of body experience almost. And that's, yeah, I feel like a lot of my memories definitely took place in school. And um I guess I'm just like unwinding, and figuring this puzzle, this whatever this is, because I want to heal. I want to heal. I want to find her. Um, and I wrote that letter with the intention. Well, I guess me telling myself I'm gonna write this letter to convince me. I said I was gonna burn it. I wrote the letter literally just like as if I was going to burn it. So I like wrote down my darkest side, and just like trying to tell her that I want to connect with her. I want to find her. Um I need her. I need her to help me be a child again. Be able to like not hide. And I don't want my daughter to grow up feeling like she needs to hide. So I feel like I need my younger self, and like I guess, see her darkest, and not judge her for it, but love her even more, trying to understand why she did what she did, and empathize with her. Like, I'm not going to say and convince myself that, I guess give her the reason in a way, but because I mean, maybe it's because I'm still in the state where I feel like it was wrong, but I'm determined. I'm determined. So yeah, I wrote that letter, and I've only read it once, but that's the intention. And I've been having these little like spiritual awakenings or moments, and this reminded me of a while ago that came to my mind, but it was on a surface level of like saying, oh well, I'm gonna go pass by, and me want like loving to do videos and shit, um wanting to go visit the school, even though it was two different schools, but just the environment, the location. Thought of like going to visit my middle school, my high school, or just that area where it used to be, to see what comes up for me. Going to the girl I once called best friend. She no longer lives there, but just visiting that area, because she lived really close to the school, and see what comes up for me then. Going to this park, I didn't even live that far, but it was, a couple of more streets down. There was a park in front of where I used to live. Going there and see what comes up for me. Um, that had crossed my mind, and the first time that it crossed my mind, that was more surface level, just filming it and on a video, see how cool it might be. I don't know, or what I find, if they let me even go in there as a visitor. Um, that would be, that was my thought. But now that it came up, it actually felt a little more personal of, maybe I do need to do that, but not just because it's going to be cool. Now there's meaning for it. This might be part of my healing. And it's funny because, and I don't know if those two are correlated, but um I'm always having recurring dreams. Well, actually no, not always. Always is literally like back to back to back to back, but very often, or very frequent, recurring dreams that have to do in a school environment. And a lot of the school environments, even if it kind of seems like it's in a different location or a different setting of school, it's still a school. And a lot of the times, the people that are in those dreams are acquaintances from the school I went to here in California. I, if you don't know, we went through family things, and my mom wasn't here for a while. So I was hopping from states to school, I guess. And I basically started my freshman year, well, continued school here. And then by my sophomore year, my grandma, because by that time, I was being taken care of my grandma, my dad, and those two, I guess. Um, and she sent me to Vegas. So from Vegas, after my mom finally was able to come back, um, I immediately went back, which meant finishing my junior year again over here. But I liked it over there, or what I found over there. So I told my mom, let's go back over there. So I graduated high school over there. So I was, 1 year yes, 1 year no, and yeah, like that. So um, these recurring dreams often, a lot of the times, had people from my California school years. So I don't know. I'm maybe it's correlated, or maybe they're, but, or maybe not. But that does definitely say that a lot of, you know, I grew up in California. So if I'm trying to heal myself, it would make sense. There's that, but also growing up, which is where I'll explain why he's so emotional. Um, I felt a moment of nostalgia. Um, I was feeding my little girl right before we were gonna leave, and give me one sec. I need to know what she's doing. She was a little too quiet, but thankfully she wasn't doing nothing too bad. But anyway, so and I was just I'm always watching YouTube. It's either I put an ambience or I watch Angie. My favorite YouTubers, very few, but it's most of the times it's ambience. There's very few times where I just put music. But I just clicked on this concert, the Jonas Brothers concert. I think I don't know if they're still on tour, but they were 9 days ago. At least that's when the video was released. But Demi Lovato came on it, and it memory lane, Camp Rock. I grew up watching that. I I grew up with Disney. That's So Raven, like that. That was my favorite show. It was just freaking hilarious. But Disney was my thing. So when they did the whole like, you know, um, High School Musical, Sing Along, or all these movies, I was just that's the time I need to be there because I'm watching. So that Camp Rock was that for me, and as I'm watching this piece of concert singing This Is Me. And of course it hit home. So and the funny thing is that it relates to my adult self because I still feel like there's parts of me that I'm still hiding. And I'm trying to embrace my truth and just, this is me and like be confident about it in every way, shape, or form. But I felt in that moment it was my younger self crying. So I let her cry. Like I felt she was the one that felt it more. And I felt like I could relate to that. Obviously, I just told you I feel like I'm still, going through that, but I felt in this moment she felt it way more. And that's why she had to cry it out. And it still felt like hard, like if I wanted to just like it's such a hard feeling to describe, but like the knot, you just like it's almost like a muscle that you have worked so well to strengthen, and that's just referring to holding back my tears. Like I will get the knot in my throat, but I just like hold it, not be strong all the time, and it's just like manage to not cry. But I was trying to like unstrengthen it so it could just weaken and allow myself to cry. So I was trying to like tap into that in that moment until like tears started flowing. Um but yeah, that's what that moment was, and I just wanted to share it. It's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah, and they sang the other song too, that the I wouldn't change a thing. That also hit. I feel like the lyrics of these songs, one where I felt like constantly wanting to hide who I really am to try and fit in with the rest of the world. And the other one is just wanting to fill that void somehow with relationships. That didn't go all so well either because I made mistakes. Sure, fuck, yes, I did. I fucking cheated, and I was so lost. Um I was so lost. I wanted to chase what I felt was missing. I do remember family dynamics. I grew up thinking the girl that was once my best friend, um, growing up with her, fuck, since second grade. I felt like that's no, Ie, 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 yo le voy a dar pau pau con la chancla. Like that was a relationship that faded without saying this is over. You know, when you're in a relationship, face to face, and it's over. Would have hurt, obviously, but because obviously that has happened to me too, where my first boyfriend, um, we managed to get back together in middle school, and on Valentine's Day, he came up to me, and he was one of the popular kids, so there was everyone around us, what felt like the entire school, to dump me. So that hurt, but with her, it wasn't like that. It was. I wish I would have been like that, if I'm being honest. Kind of like ripping the band-aid, and then it'll heal, but you ripped it and you're just dealing with it. But instead, it was like a fade away kind of thing. And obviously, because I moved schools too, but I've been also like reflecting, what if I just wasn't the friend that she wanted to be around? I was just so lost in my own little world, and of all the things that I felt I was missing at that point in time, that led me to make decisions that maybe she didn't want to be around. Who can blame her? But I grew so attached to her, um her family, just everything, and that's where I wanted to be most of the time. Yeah, that was probably annoying. And she just wanted to get away and be with the actual friends that she considered her girls, which, that turned out to be something that I found out too. Not the nice way either, but um I still stuck along, even though, there was that possibility that kind of hurt. And just to give you some context on that, there was a day where there was nothing for me to do after school anymore, and I was just like, well, let me just go to her house. And what's it called? I just didn't want to be home. I didn't want to be home. There was nothing there for me. Um, I felt like the love was there at her house, even if it wasn't just for me, or like for me at all. But just seeing them and their family dynamic, um, it's what I wanted to have in my own home. But because I didn't have it in my own home, it was there. And I've kind of felt like, suck it up. This may have hurt, but suck it up, because if you lose this, then you don't have it at all. So, you know, and yeah, I went to her house, and they were on their way out to go take pictures, because she was gonna have a photo shoot with her girls, her and her army girls. We were in dance, and that's a little group thing that she made up, her army girls. Um, and I wasn't involved. I wasn't included. I wasn't invited. Um, and that really hurt. That really hurt, because I was like, well, then what am I? Um, I I don't know. I felt like the mom was like, shit, now we have to deal with this one. So I forgot if they asked me last minute, so I don't feel bad, but I know they did let me borrow some jeans that didn't even fit me. They weren't, at that time, skinny jeans were like the thing, and what most almost everyone in school felt comfortable with. So when they got the other kind of jeans, the no son campanudos, but like, not skinny, um, felt ugly in a way. And on top of feeling like, like you're not part of it to begin with, just trying to fit you in and accommodate you last minute. But what's it called? They didn't even fit because I was too skinny. So there went my self-esteem on top of, the emotions. The physical didn't feel comfortable either. But, there I was wanting to just, still go anyway. But yeah, um, those are some things that I remember, but just like I felt the nostalgia just hearing that camp rock song because I grew up with that and relating to the main characters, what they went through, and them as a couple wanting someone to tell me that, and that's funny because the lyrics say, fire and rain, you can drive me insane. Because I feel like I'm the one that drives people insane. Um, and then I see it the other way around. I don't know. It's weird, but I am fire, and my current partner is water, a Cancer sign. Um, a water sign, a Cancer sign. This girl. But yeah, so just in that moment, my younger self wanted to be with someone that acknowledged that I was, the crazy, I was too much, but they wouldn't change a thing about me because that's how they wanted it to be, like I was young. I was young and I wanted something very, very emotionally connected. Yeah, and so there went my tears. That's crazy. That's just me watching it on the screen. Can you imagine like me actually like being there? Fuck, I would have just fucking cried right there. No, I would have probably dismissed it, but I would have had I would have had a rock in my throat. That's how bad it would have felt of just wanting to cry. Anyways, I felt like sharing that emotional side of me and give you guys a little update of where I am in therapy. Um, I just started physical therapy, so I'm hoping that goes well because my back is killing me. It's fucking killing me. I'm not even supposed to sit like this because when I sit like this for too long, this side is the one that hurts so fucking much. You have no idea. Laying down, um, I'm not supposed to bend over. I'm like, I still need to train myself to just squat down instead, but there will be some fuck ups where I will bend. And it just hurts. It really, really hurts. I was told not to do physical therapy for at least 3 months, um, while this kind of healed, and then to go slowly back into it. So I'm already at the third month, and excuse me, and I'm still like, I'm still feeling the pain, but I'm just thinking, well, if that's kind of what they give you, that's assuming that you took care of yourself. Like you, and I find that a luxury nowadays because the cost of living right now is just fucking insane. And I'm not gonna get it too deep into that. I already want to cut the video, but um, it's a luxury to be able to have someone right there with you taking care of you so you don't do any of what the doctor said you're not supposed to do. That was just not the case for us. Like we still got to work, and by we I mean him. I work in the house, but um um for him to be here, it's just, we're not right there. Financially, he's got to go work. And it's obviously not sunshine and rainbows with family because they have their own things, so it's not realistic. It's more realistic if we would be in a great financial spot where we can hire someone, then that's not really inconveniencing them to come take care of us. And it's not because they don't care or whatever. It's just, fuck, life is hard, we gotta work. And yeah, so my mom was only able to take care of me for a little bit, and then my sister came for a little bit too, a day or two, and then even my grandma came, and she's dealing with her own health, but she came for like at least 3 days. But like anything beyond that, it was not realistic. So I've been having to carry my daughter. I've been having to just do things, I guess, some things that I'm not supposed to, but gotta do what you gotta do, like, you know. Anyways, so I feel like that's been accumulating because I feel like I still went back to doing like the normal things, and it wasn't even a month yet. It was just, I was being taken care of or helped for 3 weeks, and from that, I had to just do it myself, And there's moments in relationships where, normal, that, you don't see eye to eye. That's funny because the lyrics of that one song I wouldn't change a thing. It's literally, anyways, um where I just don't ask for help. I just do it myself, you know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe. So yeah, and here we are. I feel like physical therapy is gonna help with my back, but like today was the actual like day. They sent me to a new location, so the first last week was my very first day there, so it's just paperwork and talking really. This was the first day that they actually made me do physical things to help with my back, but they felt weird right here just because it's been hurting. So I don't know. I'm hoping it goes well. I'm looking forward to it because I know before the surgery, physical therapy was helping my back. So I I'm curious to see how this will unfold, given that my my surgery is still hurting. So yeah, but anyways, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this sit and talk with me, or like listen to catch you guys up with my therapies, and not really mom life, but just what I've been dealing with um emotionally, I suppose, and sharing with you guys my emotional side. But yeah, I will see you guys in another mom diary. That was it for today. Oh, hold on, I want to show you guys my wound because I still get bloated. Like even when I eat a little bit, um, still makes me feel like with even a little bit, it like gets bloated, but it hurts. Right now, not so much, but it does be hurting. Es como que si te diera un calambre en la panza and you don't know how to, like, this girl. But yeah, that's that's what that looks like right now. Hopefully it gets better. I bought these new ones. If you guys are following me on Instagram, I shared with you guys that I really don't have clothes. And this is actually supposed to go like this, but I just wanted to cover the whole thing, the whole shebang. You guys, let me put you guys over here. You guys are gonna see the mess, but this wasn't even a video that was planned, so just bear with me. Uh, there you go. So this is from Walmart. No boundaries. The tela is like really soft and it's stretchy because these are a size um small, but they're supposed to look like this, where this is kind of like folded like that. But I'm telling you, yo quiero tapar todo because I'm not wearing fajas right now. And the crop tops that I have show my belly. So like this one, this is where it ends. You would still see like a little piece right here, maybe a little bit as I move, but um yeah, this isn't really bothering me. I bought like three pants from the Walmart No Boundaries because they're so comfortable. And I'm telling you, I need like if I you know get a couple more of these, I could wear my crop tops because you won't see my belly, but because these go all the way, I make them go all the way up. But yeah, anyways, that. I will see you guys on another video. I'm telling you, if I keep it up like this, I will probably post more, and also because I'm trying to get into like out of the mindset of wanting YouTube to see it first, because that's just not realistic, and that's the way I wanted it, but it's not realistic, and that's what kind of like pulls away from me wanting to post, or just in general posting on social media, because I didn't want Instagram or TikTok to see it first. I wanted YouTube to see it first. But given that it's not real and it just makes more sense for me to be more active on the social media, um, other social media platforms, like the short content, because that's more realistic and where you guys can see more on real time, and being able to like give you guys the backstory. That's more realistic. So, anyways, I'm slowly but surely getting into that. I know I was like hinting some work or a project that I was doing on my social media. I've been so anxious to share it with you guys, but given that I have to wait to still receive it, I needed it. I'm still waiting for it to be approved. One of them already got approved. I need to wait for the other version to be approved, because I want to get them, or I want to get my copies all at the same time. But that also is allowing me to be able to share not just that project, but other little side seasonal things that I've been working on as well, that I'm excited for, because I'm just like, um, I don't like being, oh, I'm not a writer, but I like to write things down. That's me. So I will, yeah, that's me. I'm gonna go attend this little girl and also go run my errands, because I wasn't supposed to do this. I was actually supposed to just feed her and skedaddle. I'm trying to avoid traffic and it's already 1:30. But anyways, I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.